And we also have the organizers of this program. I don't know if they're going to take the introduction. Maybe we'll give them the mic to introduce themselves one after the other. Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, Mr. Christopher. Good afternoon, PRO. And also good afternoon to the rector in absentia. All right. So we are from the Youth Education Support Initiative. We're here earlier on this year in March. We organized the program 1.0. My name is Sibutomeoga Ijoma Omeoga, and we have some of our colleagues here. It's Kenneth Toro, Mr. Mark Brown is somewhere around, and our speaker, one of our speakers is here. The other one used to be around somewhere. All right, so for now, these are the people around. Thank you. Thank you very much. Like you said, this program was organized sometime in March. They were here also, and they're here again. I think this is 02, right? Am I right? 2.0. So please, you're going to listen attentively to them so that you can get one or two things. And as you live here, you'll be fulfilled and know what you are here to do. I'm going to hand over the mic to my I'm going to hand over the mic to the MC that will be taking over from me, Mr. Caleb Cho. He will take over from there. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Before he takes over, we want to call on the dean who is representing the acting rector to come and give us an opening address.
Can you get that message?
Please a hand of applause.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege once again to be with you guys. The acting rector would have loved to be here with us. Likewise, other principal officers. But for some reason, they are all out of official assignment. And so they are not currently well. And she has asked me, the acting rector, to extend our greetings to this gathering. And so I want to welcome all of us to today's event. And I also want to thank our partners yesterday. I want to commend them for what they've been doing, for partnering with other institutions in their desire to reach out to and settle for the educational needs of youth living in Borno and its environment. Thank you very much for the wonderful work you are doing. For us as an institution, we believe that learning is not limited to the content of the curricula that we teach for the various classrooms. And so we encourage and try to partner with well-being organizations such as yesterday in a bid to provide a platform or enable environment for this kind of interaction where students get to acquire some soft skills and other skills necessary for not just the stay on campus, but also beyond that stay on campus. I recall sometime in March, we had a similar event with my case on campus. And at the time, the focus was on academic excellence. And yes, you're right, that day, seminar 0.1. No doubt from the feedback I got, it was quite instructive and we gained a lot from that program. Jesse is here again, a similar and very title. The writing title of this seminar 2.0, meaning we are going to have a series of first seminars, and this year it is focused on personality profiling and personal enhancement. I personally think that the topic or the theme is not only relevant, but it's also quite timely. Timely in the sense that, we're in the 21st century, and we all know what is happening around us. ICT has been fully deployed to enhance all aspects of human development. And as we all know, a lot is happening around us, especially in the social media. There's a lot of information out there. But that, in my opinion, it is not only sometimes distracting, but more than that, I think it is even confusing a lot of times for youth with respect to the path they want to chart and how to set goals and achieve those goals. And so I believe that this topic is quite timely and is going to provide us the environment for us to interact and get relevant information that is going to guide us, and that is not just on our state examples what we have done. And so to the students, I want to encourage us to listen carefully. It's an interactive session. So listen carefully, take your notes at the end of the presentation. Ask your questions, make it interactive, and do well to optimize this opportunity. On that note, I want to welcome all of us, and hopefully we are going to have an exciting session together. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much for that warm introduction and setting the stage for this evening. I want to still use this opportunity. So apologies for that, brief disruption. All right, so thank you very much for taking the stage this evening. I want to welcome every one of us to Success Seminar 2.0. I believe we're all excited and expectant to put this session this evening. This evening we have one speaker, and I believe they are quite resourceful to be impactful to us this evening. So I want you to really be expectant for a great session. So you can see the theme for Success Seminar 2.0 is developing and profiting from your gift. Developing and profiting from your gift. So we're going to have two exciting sessions, and I just want you to sit back and enjoy all the sessions. So we will be starting with the first session this evening, and it will be about entrepreneurship. So you can see that we are talking about developing and profiting from your gift. So today we will start with the session of entrepreneurship, and we have well-resourced person this evening. She is the CEO of Fill in the Gap Companies. She is an entrepreneur of over 20 years. She has been in the finance and business industry for over 6 years. She is a communication expert who has had a first degree at Bello University area in 1999, a master's in international communication from The Hague University in the Netherlands in 2007. She also has a PhD in education from the National Open University of Nigeria, several other certifications in her area of interest. Juliana Polabu is also the founder of the Hope City Charity International, an NGO where she helps the less privileged in the areas of education and day-to-day living. She is a pastor and happily married to Sam Apolabi with children for close to 25 years. He loves children, teaching, learning, writing, singing, and helping people. I know by now you know the kind of person that I'm having this meeting. The young men have been well Mrs. Julian Apolabi to take the secretary for the entrepreneurship. Please do clap for the partner. Happy to happen.
Yeah, we are very I'm very excited to be shopping on the way. Amen. Praise thank you very much, thank the organizers of this program for inviting me. I want to thank you for thinking that I will be able to do something to the topic. And I believe that I will receive help from above as I start. And I know that after today, life will be short and something will be shaken, something will be activated in our lives. So pray for that only student. You have a beautiful hall. You have a beautiful theater, and you are one of the most blessed students in Nigeria right now. For looking at this, I'm not sure so many schools have this kind of setting right now. I remember my own time, we had very big halls, and even as at then, some of the chairs were started giving way, but this is still very nice. Looks like an executive meeting. So thank you very much, God bless you. Thank you. So our topic, the theme of this seminar is developing and profiting from your gifts. And in this slide, in order to succeed, you really need to do this. You really need to develop your gifts so you can profit from them. So we continue. My own topic is entrepreneurship. I will be talking about entrepreneurship. How can you be a good entrepreneur? How will you know that you are indeed an entrepreneur, and how can you succeed? Some of the things to know. It is not an academic paper, but I still put some little background for I'm going to concentrate on using myself as an example, and I believe that will help us some of the things you can see, and you'll be able to ask some questions. So, what is entrepreneurship? What is entrepreneurship? Someone asked you, what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is the process of setting up a business, taking it from an idea to realization. Entrepreneurship is the process of setting up a business, taking it from an idea to realization. It is also organizing and managing any enterprise, especially a business with considerable initiative and risk. So when you are an entrepreneur, you initiate something, and the business you initiate most time has risk, has a lot of risk involved. You just look around, you find an idea, and you decide to do something about it. So that's an entrepreneur. Secondly, what does it mean to be an entrepreneur? I've already said it. It's a person who organizes and manages an enterprise, especially a business with risk. An entrepreneur is an individual who takes the risk to start their own business based on an idea they have or a product that has created while assuming most of the risk and reaping most of the rewards of the business. That is, they initiated something, and it is a total gamble when you start being an entrepreneur. You discover the loophole and you want to start something. So it's almost like a gamble because of the funds and everything involved. And for the fact that probably nobody has done it the way you want to do it before. So it becomes, you have a high level of risk. Okay, he or she also commonly seen as an innovator with sort of new ideas, goods, services, and business and procedures. So what goes on in the head of an entrepreneur? How do you know what's happening in the head of an entrepreneur? By the time I say this, it also helps you to know whether you already have the traits. I did ask, how long do I have now? How long do I have? 20. Okay. So I don't see the last. Okay. So what goes on in the head of an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur all the time sees problems. An entrepreneur always sees problems. An entrepreneur always sees gaps. So an entrepreneur always thinks about the problem. This is a gap. How can this problem be solved? And an entrepreneur always believes that it is possible to solve the problem. You know, they always have that can-do attitude. So in their head, they are always seeing solutions. When they look for problems, when they look for gaps, they always think solutions. Okay, so the entrepreneur figure is almost impossible. That is what he is said. You almost satisfy because you see something everywhere it looks, you see what could have been done and to do it. So what are the characteristics? What are the characteristics of the entrepreneur? We will get to the level where we can talk normal, but let me just put a little bit of background. I wish the slides were here so it will help you. Okay, so first of all, an entrepreneur is someone that is visionary. They are visionary. They are dreamers. An entrepreneur is a dreamer. Like I said, something is always going on in their head, like, I wish it would happen. So they see gaps, they see windows, they see opportunities, they see problems, they see solutions that most people don't see. They see problems and see solutions. They don't see problems and move back. They see problems and see what they could do to make the problem be resolved. They are usually passionate. They are usually passionate and purposeful. They have this passion to improve everything within their sense of influence. And that's why I said they see that all the time. They always feel this would be better. If we did this, the lives of people in this community would be better. Even though they are going to make money from it, but somehow they see it because they feel that they believe that it can better the life of the people in that area. So they are passionate to resolve and resolve to see their dreams come true. They are resilient. Entrepreneurs, how you can know entrepreneurs is that they are resilient. That is, they don't think things, they are tolerant, they don't give up easily, through the feet, through the feet, they stick to it, they don't don't give up, they don't get tired, they don't get weary on time. They are flexible. They are flexible. I think they are ready, willing to adapt to however that idea that came, how they can use it. They are money savvy. That is, they know a lot about money. They are interested about finances. They are money savvy. They are business smart. They are focused. They are good communicators. They are goal oriented. Another thing is that they have grit. When we talk of grit, we talk of courage. You know that you can say you are courageous if you are not sincere. Can you say you are courageous if you are not sincere? You cannot say that. So entrepreneurs always are courageous. Like I said, they are resilient and they are very highly optimistic. They are highly optimistic, confident, and creative. They are very crazy about excellence. Let's do it and we do it well. Let's do it and do it well. We do it well, we do it differently. They are open-minded and they are normal innovators. Apart from that, we begin to see that because of the fact that they take this initiative, you can easily become their leaders. Because when they start off something, it means that they are leading in that area. So they are leaders. Most entrepreneurs are leaders. What are the types of entrepreneurship we have right now? We have 4 basic types of entrepreneurship. We have the small business, we have the scalable startups, we have the large companies, and we have the social entrepreneurship. In the small business, small scale business entrepreneurship is the most common one. I can categorize myself as someone in the small scale entrepreneurship. Before it becomes big, it has to be kind of more than, such a person has more than 500 staff. Then we have the scalable startups. These are the very big ones. Big ones, you can even put people like Amazon, like Jumia in that group. They are very big. And they move from one to the other. Then you have the large company. When we talk about the large company, it may be like, for example, NLNG. NLNG has a sub-company under them. The quick one that comes to my mind is the NSML, the shipping company. It's also a part of NLNG. You know, then we have the social entrepreneurship. That is, those people that what they are selling is not as if it's tangible. Influencers, people that teach, lecture, give seminars, and all that. So those are the 4 main types of entrepreneurship we have. Those are the 4 main categories we can class them. So what types of entrepreneurs do we have? We have those that are innovative, that is these people that initiated an idea. So those ones are innovative. They innovate something, they brought up an idea. Then we have people that are imitative. Because this thing is working in this area, then they copy it and they work in another area. Then we have the Fabian entrepreneurs. These are people that they are kind of traditional. They want to do things the old way, except if that thing they will prefer to do things the old way, expecting it to affect income. Expecting it to affect their income. That's when they will not do it the old way. Then we have the drone. These ones naturally deal with their business in the old way. They are very, very traditional, and they take pride in being traditional and old. Okay. So why should you think entrepreneurship? What are we talking about this today? We need to talk about this today because number one, there are advantages to the economy. There are advantages to our economy. To the economy, entrepreneurs provide job opportunities. They provide job opportunities. They increase competition and boost productivity. Entrepreneurs create new businesses, new markets, and it means that it allows money to flow more in the economy. They add to the national income and they introduce innovative technologies. To cut the long story short, entrepreneurs are those that fuel the economy. They allow money to move around. Money keeps moving around. Lives of people keep getting better. People that didn't have jobs before have jobs. How does it affect the society? In the society, jobs are created, and the lives of the members of the society are made easier. They are made easier because of their influence, because of their addition to the society. And they also make products and services more available. So how does it benefit the entrepreneur himself? For you, when you choose to become an entrepreneur, it just means that you have chosen freedom. That's how I'm going to call it, as against working for someone. It means then that you have flexible schedules. It means that you become your own boss. So I want you to think about these benefits so that as we start talking, you will know why you should set it to be for an entrepreneur. You can build a career that suits your belief. For example, if you are a Christian, you can say, this is what I want to do, and you build your career along that line because you are not going to interrupt someone else's business. You can build your career around your faith. You can build your career around whatever field you study about, around what you love. For example, it's like somebody that loves and work. You can just build an enterprise around that. And it helps the entrepreneur to have better managerial skills, and it also makes the person financially stronger. Apart from that, an entrepreneur experiences exciting days, sometimes unexpected, sometimes expected, thrilling experiences. This is not to say that there are not downtimes, there are no downtimes. Then there is this sense of pride and fulfillment that you did this, and you feel happy and proud that you can affect other people's lives. Then, most times, if an entrepreneur puts all his life into it and puts a lot of hard work and is diligent, the rewards, financial rewards, are worth more than any amount of salary anyone can pay. And there is joy of being a helper, of adding value to people's lives. I've spoken about the advantages, but there are also disadvantages. One of the major disadvantages is uncertain income. Uncertain income, especially when you just start. You don't even know whether the business will do well. You don't know whether it will do well. You don't start, like you're starting in faith. So there is uncertainty of income. There is uncertainty that this business will do well. So that one you have to put at the back of your mind. There is increased responsibility. When you are starting, you are the CEO, you are the MD, you are the admin, you are the person doing the work, you are everything. So there is increased responsibilities, and it leads to high stress levels. The fact that you are an entrepreneur, your life can be easily overwhelmed. I was telling Sister Ijoma some time ago, from one thing to the other, it's like you don't have your own life anymore because you are working something. It's like somebody that planted a seed on a farm. You don't go to sleep when you plant a seed. You need to watch it. So it can be really overwhelming because it places so much demand on your time. Apart from that, there is this risk of failure. Not all businesses thrive. It may not thrive. So that's one other disadvantage. Then there is this funding issues. Most times for businesses, funding is usually a challenge. There is funding issues. And if you are in a partnership, for example, you got funding because of your type of idea that needs so much funding, You will be under pressure from your partners to perform. And when you are under pressure, your stress levels increase. So now, I want to talk about myself so that we bring it home. I don't see myself as a as a big entrepreneur, and that's why I feel I'm under the small one. I am not someone that really created something, but it's just about innovation. And because of that, I want to talk about my own story. First of all, the name of my company should tell you all about what I want to say, filling the gap. Every time somebody asks me, what's the name of the company, I say, Madam, how did you think about that name? You know, people cannot, they find it very funny. But the truth is that in my head, I'm always thinking, what can be done? What can be done? One gap is open. This thing should be. This thing should be. So the name of my company is Filling the Gap Limited, Filling the Gap Enterprises. So everywhere I go, I try to fill in gaps. Okay, so in 1999, when we got here in Bonny Island, the first thing that I looked was in the NLNG area, there was no hairdressing salon. And I said, wow, we need to make them. We have many women here. And I picked up my pen, picked up my paper, and I started scribbling what was coming. And that particular year, I thought, when I go for Christmas and come back, I'm going to bring in the things because I have the space in my house where I can start the business. So that was the first idea that started when I came here. Although there were some other businesses, but those ones were not really innovative. They were just about wanting to do something. You know, sometimes you just want to do something. But this particular one was about there is a gap that needs to be filled. There is a problem that needs to be solved. So I started that one. I shared it with someone, and that was the end of that thing. So that's one other lesson you should learn today. I shared it with someone, and the person stole it, and the person started it. Do you get it? So I'm trying to tell you now, I'm not saying you don't have to be seriously with people, but when you have a good idea, water is, pray over it and start. You don't need to make noise about it. It was stolen. It was a very good idea, but it was stolen. Then later, I started selling. Just started selling this. That one is not seriously. Then in 2001, I looked at, we had lots of white people, foreigners around us. I started thinking, okay, Nigerian artifacts. So I went to Niger State, we had some connections, we started bringing little silver, like silver spoons, all those silver artifacts. Some of those things then, by the side, I also sold gold. Okay, that is real gold. But talking like this northern material, Yoruba Adire, those outside decorative mats and all the things, started selling those ones. Because just think, okay, what would people like? Then by 2002 ending, I started grinding pepper. That one was the major, that one was the one that Sakupan could not wrap his head around. My husband said, like can never happen. I said, when we want to blend pepper, I think it started well before this time. When we want to blend pepper, we have to go back into Bonny to go and blend pepper, and still they don't blend it well. You know, the Yoruba, we are a Yoruba woman. The Yoruba way that has to be smooth. When we got it to Bonny, those just have to get to the market, and it looks like they just blended it like they want to fry pepper for yam. And I started telling my husband, he said, no, people will say you married me to come and be grinding pepper. I said, it's me that want to grind pepper. Please let me grind this pepper. He didn't agree. And that's why eventually one of the days, as I was begging him, that particular day I was even crying. Unfortunately for him, somebody entered in the middle of begging him that please now let me grind this pepper. Somebody entered and the person was elderly and asked, what happened now? I said, I want to do business. I want to blend pepper. I think he was even the one that said that. You can't grind the pepper now. She will do it. He said no. But at the end of the day, immediately he said yes, like I think quickly went to Lagos before he changed his mind. And that was how I became the first person to start grinding pepper in the area. Now, when I started that thing, as I told you, he did not think it was something that was needed. But before he knew it, on Saturday morning, all those working ladies that don't even have time during the week to do anything, they are there in my house. And guess what? I was the one that started the business. It was Mr. Falabi people were blessing and greeting. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Everybody was thanking me, and it was a very good business. As at that time, I wasn't making less than 5,000 naira a day. As at that time, early 2000s, I wasn't making less than 5,000 naira a day. And it was much more, but I'm just saying, let me just be modest. So, entrepreneurs look for how to make people's lives more comfortable, and in the process of making people's lives more comfortable, they earn money. Then, I looked also at the same time, coming from Lagos, everywhere you go, you see fan ice. Do we know fan ice? This is how I started. I went to look for where are they? They were far away in Aba. I started bringing fan ice to the island. I was also the first. I got a partner. I worked with a partner with the finance. So we will go supply to everywhere. All these finance, we will give them bottles, everything, and started supplying. But after some time, I was not around, and I stopped doing any of those businesses. One other thing that makes me to know that I have those traits with me, even while I travel, I will tell people, look, you can do this, you can do this. One of them actually told me one day, Virginia, you're always telling people what to do, and they do it. Why are you not doing it? But for me, that time I just said I was no more doing business because I felt it was very distracting. So, but on coming back in 2016, I looked, the entire cinema, there is not one ATM. Immediately from that roundabout, there was no ATM. Down from NLNG roundabout, down to cinema. There was no ATM, there was no bank. And I now looked, what could be done? It happened that my sister is, my sister was presently still is an agent of Paga. Paga is the leading mobile money business, you know. So she was registered with Paga, and I told her, how can I register? I got money and I registered. So when I registered, and I looked, if I'm registered, I got the idea, I have to put it in a very good place also. So thankfully, I was able to squeeze myself into a place in the NLNG roundabout shopping area. How you know that you are benefiting people's lives is when people are paying their money and they are still praying for you. Do you understand? Some people will come, come and show the madam that is selling this business. I want to buy that ring. You know, they are paying money. And you know, at the beginning, because we were still the only ones as in Paga, it was quite expensive. But now it's everywhere. So all the prices have gone up. But as at then, it was quite expensive. So what our line was, the money you will use to take Okada or bus to Boni, you just use this to pay there. And then your money, before you leave our office, you've gotten your alert. It was a revolutionary kind of idea for people around them. And it made lots of people's lives easier. And before you know, people will say, the bank where they round about. So they call my office bank. you know. So it was an idea that was born because there was a gap to be filled around that area. And that gap is not just any gap, it was a gap that when you fill, people's lives will be affected for good. Then not long after, while we started with that, we started printing business, I started doing business center. Like I said, while I was talking about the advantages and disadvantages, when you start a business, you don't know whether it will do well. You don't know, you just start. So because I wasn't sure that business would do well, I bought a little printer by the side to say I will be printing for people, business center, and all those things. At least that one will help me if people don't patronize the father one. As we started that one, you know, just looking like okay, in the whole entire roundabout, there was no business center. As we started, the people started asking for flyers, people started asking for banners. Instead of me to send them back, I said, you cannot send back money. What I needed to do was to quickly get training, look for a partner that we were working together. And we started working together. And when I saw that the business was getting bigger and bigger, I now felt, okay, it's time to get my own machines. I got bigger machines, moved out, and right now we are still doing the business. And we still thank God that people are still blessing God because of us. Okay? So when you want to do something, don't just do anything because other people are doing it. Look inward, look in your head, look in your area. So how can you be one? How can you be one? You need to look around you. You want to be an entrepreneur. Look around you. What do you see? Put your thinking cap on. Write it down. What do you need? And get up and go. There are some people that see all these things but never do anything. We call them entrepreneurs. That is, I want to do it, but they don't do anything about it. But you should get up and go. Seek funds, seek counsel, seek partners, and get up and go. When I was starting, I had a lot of issues. I mean, now that I'm fully into it, you see some people that really cheated you, like maybe my early partners. But that was my own way of paying for my apprenticeship. You need to tell yourself, everything you want to go in, you need to be trained. So it was the way in which I paid for apprenticeship. So let's talk about you now. As you are in school, there are so many gaps that will be happening, that will be open in your soul. You need to think, what's your society like? You look around here, what's the society like? What is lacking in that society? What is prevalent? Prevalent, I mean, you get something that we have more in Bonny that we don't have in other places. That when you get your hands on it, you can use it in another place. For example, crayfish or fish, some other things like that. What is that thing that is prevalent that you can exploit to make your own money? What is that thing that is prevalent that can add value to individuals and to business? What is your passion? You know, the thing is maximizing, using our talent to maximize profit. What's your passion? What's your passion? Your passion can lead you to where you need to go. So, I'm still rounding up. So, I think the best way to tackle this is to answer questions. So bottom line, an entrepreneur is an individual who takes an idea or product and creates a business with it. Creating business requires a lot of work. I just wanted to know that, and dedication, which not everyone is cut out for. Entrepreneurs are highly motivated, risk takers, and they have a vision and sacrifice a lot to achieve their vision. Entrepreneurs enter the market because they love what they do. They believe that their product will have a positive impact and they hope to make profits of them. Generally, entrepreneurship is the fuel of the economy. We play a key role in any economy by using our skills and initiative to enter the market. Entrepreneurship proves that things to be successful in taking on risks or creating on part of this is rewarded with profit, faith, and continued growth. Entrepreneurship that fails results in losses and less prevalence in the market for those involved. But I want to talk to us as students. As students, while we were in school, also we have many people that, for example, during Valentine, they're already baking cakes. We did not have oven, but they were baking cakes. Okay, so what are the things you can do? What are the things you can do as students? I have a few, I have some a list here. You could be baking, you could bake, and especially as right now we're in the world of ICT, there are so many things you can do. I always say that there is no dumb child. Give a little baby that doesn't know anything, give him the phone and open a game, or the child himself opens the game. You will see that it starts to fizzle with him and it starts to do something. Something that even we as adults cannot do. So we're in the ICT time. What are the things you can do? What are the things you can do in that realm? You could build a app. You could come to me now. I already have an existing business. You could come to me, study my business, and say, Madam, there is something I can do for you to make your business easier. Maybe you want to build an app so that people can order my products, so that people can borrow money. You just come. So you need to think, what are those areas where you are strong? As a social entrepreneur, are you good at talking? Are you good at reading? You know, those people that, are you good at talking? Are you good at reading? Are you good at doing research? Those people that collect 150,000 naira, 500,000 naira online to coach you. They didn't do so much. They just started like that, and as they were growing, they started adding things to themselves. You know, they don't have 2S. So if you find out where your strength is, you can develop that area. What about graphics design? There are computer shops everywhere where you can learn something. You can go and learn how to design. You can earn small change from that to keep you from in school, because your parents may not be able to supply everything that you need. What about this POS business? POS business these days, if you can get a POS, you can just look for a nice location and tell everybody, I have POS, I can give you money. And you charge them and you have change in your pocket. What about blogging for communicators, people that know how to read and like to read and like to write, and you are internet savvy? You can do blogging. But in this school now, I'm not going to a gym. You can start gathering people and say, oh, and because you love sport, you can just gather people and start saying, oh, every morning, let's do this. You start training yourself. Before you know, you can go and ask school, please, can we be using this gym? And you maximum still may collect money. Usually you collect more money from the people that are coming, because people are watching their weight. You could be a social media influencer. If you are somebody that you are good with your hands, you could be making jewelry. Recharge card also is something you can do. You know, what I have discovered in life is that it is not the big businesses that normally have money. It's the small businesses that have money. The businesses that people look down on, that is where the money is. That is where the money is most times. I'm not saying big businesses don't have money, but you can actually start a small business and then you get bigger. Okay, so please open your eyes, think, and write something and act. Don't just relax and say, I don't have money. You know, you can use some other people's money to start your own business too. For example, if you see somebody that sells in retail, in wholesale, you could just go there and say, Madam, please give me, I will sell and bring money. But what I have discovered is that integrity is the issue that we have here in Nigeria. Somebody might give you that now, and you don't bring back the money. Abroad, businesses are working based on credibility. No one has all the money. Even our Dangote of today, he borrowed money. Even nations borrow money. But what is the difference between us? The difference is that those people that keep getting big, they borrow and return. But for some of us, we borrow and feel that the person that borrowed you has more and you don't return. Okay, let me go back to my business, the Paga business. Do you know that in Paga, once they start seeing that you are doing well, sometimes, especially during public holidays, I have up to 10 million to do business with during public holidays because they know that I will return their money. They borrowed me 1 million and I return. They borrowed me 2 million and I return. They even borrow you without any charge. It's not that you went to the bank, they put 10% because they know you will return. So what am I saying to you, young people? As you are starting out your own life, you can start up your business. How many of us know math is talking about? At least we all know, all of us are on the street, we are all on Facebook. He was a student when he started his business. How many people know that? He was a student when he started his business. He didn't have, it's not as if he had all the money, but he had the brain, he had the idea, and he put something and he started working. And I'm sure that at a point in time, he too must have borrowed money. So what am I saying? In Nigeria today, integrity is lacking. Integrity is lacking. You must be a person of integrity if you want to grow, because you may not be able to have all the money. Before Papa started borrowing me money, before I got bigger, I had to go to bank also to borrow money, and I returned their money. But when you borrow and you don't return, it's a big problem. Some of us now, sometimes on my phone, I will see all these online money lenders. And do you know this person? He has borrowed money from us and he has not returned. You know them. You see, if you borrow money from that kind of place to go and do business, it is still understandable. But when you borrow money to buy food, to buy bags, to go to party, so it's integrity. They are manipulating you because they know that by the time they report you to all the people that you mean something to, you will bring out their money. Integrity is lacking in our society. So I want to charge you, especially as youth, that you should be people of integrity. Let your yes be yes. Because that is the only way you can become something. Nobody, I don't think there's anybody that has a big business that did not borrow money at one point in time, because the more your business is succeeding, there will be need for expansion, and you may not have all the money at that time. What you can only see is that this business will do well, and because of the fact that you see the prospect, you put in money. But if you are the one that will borrow and you will not return, who will borrow you? How will you get big? So please don't shoot yourself in the leg. One other advice I want to give before I close is that when you get that advice, you have looked in your surroundings, you have already seen the thing that is missing. Don't allow money to stop you. Don't allow money to stop you. And that's why I just talked about integrity. Don't allow money to stop you. Get it down. Go and look whether you can find sponsors. Go and look whether you can find investors. Put it down. Do your environmental scanning. Do your business plan. And go and look. If it is so good, you may find somebody that will support you. And you play your own part. Play your own part of being a person of integrity. And lastly, I want to tell us that as we are students, we have many people, and that's why I said don't let money stop you. BOI, Bank of Industry, is one of the places I got money when I started business. Because talking about fashion, my husband was thinking, you don't know what you want, where do you want to get the money? We will get, I started looking for loans. Loans everywhere. And finally, I got loan. Bank of Industry gives money. Now, I'm telling you because they also give students money. They give graduates money. You finish from school and you have a good idea that they can help you sponsor. They don't even give you money. They will buy that thing for you. So Bank of Industry, I want you to take note of that. Bank of Industry will support you with their money. Then we have this Tony Elumelu Foundation. Tony Elumelu Foundation gives grants up to $10,000 for young Africans. So you just do your part and let God do the rest. Do we understand? Do your part, don't be lazy. If you are lazy, you cannot maximize your profit. You cannot get anything from your talent. If you are lazy, you will just sit down there expecting things to come down. Even the Bible says that some people are running away. Oh, they are supposed to do something. They say rain is falling. They say the sun is shining. Something must happen. You have to get up and go. You shouldn't sit down thinking everything will come to your table. As you do that, I know that your life will not remain the same. And tomorrow we will hear you as a life changer, as a world changer. In Jesus' name. I don't know if it's now or later.
So, thank you very much. I will just do participation. I'm sure you've learned a lot from her story. It's been quite a journey. And we just want to give this few time for questions and answers. Does anyone have any questions, one or two? Okay. Do you have a second mic? Thank you very much, ma'am. If I have a question, okay, should I say, I come from a family whereby not everything is accepted. Like I had some time in entrepreneurship passion, which was seen by not even trying it out, but knowing that if I take it to the table, they'll be like, are you normal? But they'll just even put it to personal prayer. Like, I wanted to be on this. So, Hillary and hairstylist, and it went down. And now something is coming back, which is cooking. So I'm already coming up from cooking for bachelors and all that. But how do I bring it to the table? And what will people say about it?
There is a guy there. I prefer the guy to make my hair because they make it better. And when you find many chefs, many cooks, they cook very well. So what I can say is that your passion is not enough. Your passion is not enough, especially maybe because you are already thinking they will stop you. And you did not even start. But now you are in school. I want to encourage you to start. Do you come from home or you stay in school? So you can start at school. Have you learned how to make hair already? Just start. Just start because your parents will not be with you forever. They will not be with you forever. We cannot, we are just caretakers. Parents are just caretakers. We are not the decider of your fate. We are not the decider of what you are going to do. You see? So you already belittling yourself even before somebody belittles you because you already thought, what will the society say? Are you getting me? And I've seen these days, people go to school, they have degrees, and come back to become fashion designers. Have you noticed that one? Fashion designers, they are tailors. Just let us call it tailor, the name it is. their life, that talent must have come up, but because of the pressure of the society, the tradition of the society, they killed it. But when they had time to be themselves, they started doing it. So I would suggest, don't waste your time, just start doing it small, little by little. Like you can even start cooking for your friends. It cooks for you already. If the food delicious, so don't start. Don't start. Hello. You can start somewhere. Any other question?
Good afternoon. So my question is, he made an illustration of wanting to be the hairstylist, and then before he even gave it for his parents, before he saved this for his parents, he was not too sure about it. Okay, let's say I'm so passionate enough to do that line, and then I saved it for my parents, and then I'm sidelined. What's the next step? And they say they will not sponsor me, and then I don't have another place to go to. What's the next step?
I can take all the questions at once.
My question looks like this. If it was a house like various fashion, it's something like, for example, America plays so many people and have been involved in about 5 years. So what would you advise a teenager that wants to start up a business or what to monetize? Would the person just monetize the whole 5 skills, or the person should focus on one and develop it?
We're done with questions, right?
Just for yeah. Where is the projector? This is actually disconnected.
Good afternoon. My question is, what are the major factors affecting entrepreneurship in 2020? And what are the major factors? Can you highlight the major factors that affect entrepreneurship in 2020?
Any other question? Any other? Okay. Like, and the lady that asked the question, what I would say, even to the first guy, is that if you want to go do styling without going to school,
So they were like, okay, take on what do you want? And I think that's like, they don't know that this is but we don't
yeah, but what I would just say to that, if the parents see that you are saying you don't want to go to school, they will frown. But if you, for example, you want to go to school and study the hairstylist, there shouldn't be any problem. But for older parents, there may still be a problem because we are still, some parents still believe that you have to be a lawyer, an engineer, or a banker. But that is not where the world is going. So I would say that put your, you need to be responsible so they can see that what you really want to do is possible. And what I always advise such people is that if the parent time you cannot do it, you go ahead, do the first degree or the first period, and later you run after your passion. So the other lady that talked about the teenage girl, I want to emphasize that even if you are selling pepper, education is very important. With your education, you will sell your paper differently. So a teenager that is saying, I want to do this, I want to do that, the teenager should finish the education because there is time for everything. The teenager should finish the education to a level. If you know, okay, maybe your parents say there is no money for furthering education, then you can stop after secondary school. But if your parents are willing to sponsor you to higher institution, then you shouldn't stop. But then don't throw away your skill. In Nigeria, we don't value skills, but abroad they value skills a lot. In fact, some universities you apply and they just give you A1, A in math, other math. You don't have sport, you don't have any hand skill, you don't know how to play any music. Somebody that did not have as much academic achievement with no other achievements, with those other skills will be taken. Let us say about skills are important. When you use them now or later, it is important. Anytime you have time, go and get skills. Go and learn something with your hands, something that can provide food for you or something that makes you happy. We need to be careful that it is not only what makes us happy to do our passion. Your passion should bring you money because you don't want your parents to still be feeding you when you grow up. That is their fear. That's why they tell you, you want to go and do shoemaker, it's not possible because they will think it will not feed you. Okay, so they are just afraid for you. It is not really for them. They are afraid for you, otherwise they have to keep feeding you. So the other man that asked about what are the major factors affecting entrepreneurship. I mean, when you just look at business, we have so many, like funding, especially. Funding is a critical factor that affects entrepreneurs, that affects business. Many people have ideas, but don't have money to carry it out. Apart from that, especially in our country, government policies don't help entrepreneurs. Anybody that reads to be entrepreneurs in Nigeria, bring business to Nigeria, you are on your own. The way you say it, OYO. You are the one that hired by yourself. You are the one if they steal your money, you are on your own. No police will help you. In fact, police collect more money from you because you went to report the case. So government policies, then our society, those are the things that are affected. Then, like what you said, tradition. People think this thing is not normal. Why should we be doing it? Who will patronize him? Who will patronize her? You know. So there are some stereotypes that also do not help. So, but mainly in Nigeria is funding and government policies. Apart from that, then it's you. You are the one that can affect yourself. You can start a good business and fail. Maybe because the business is doing well, but you are giving your money into that is the money to be doing something else instead of expanding the company to a particular level, or that you are lazy, you are not even willing to work with. So I would say you, funding, and government policies, mainly in Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Madam. When you told us about the success of your pepper business, you left a lot of us wondering, considering the environment where you were, was it about the way you were blending the pepper? Or one would naturally wonder, in that environment, it seems like everybody there was comfortable at home blending their peppers. What was it about how you did it?
I have a BT and the BT is apart from the house. And I was lucky in the sense that our offices are not even that so close together. And if you even ever entered our housing, if every rain is falling, if the windows are closed, you will not even hear until you come out. The rain is falling. So the houses are well soundproof here. And those were my husband's concerns. But I said, I will not give it. I will do this. I will keep the place neat. So people ask lenders, like you said, but the lender then will still did not give us that desired place and so. And I think most of us that patronizing them were Yoruba, and we were many Yoruba said we were used to blending women's place. So I think that was it.
Can you put your hands together for the speaker? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure I guess we have to justice to this subject, and I'm sure you've learned a lot. Please keep clapping, keep clapping at the same time. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. So we hope that after this meeting this evening, we will be having more and more entrepreneurs in this community. And we're sure that you will put to practice some of the things that we have here. Now we will go straight to the next talk. So she spoke a lot around discipline, around being innovative, and a lot of things that she spoke about, having the right drive and all of that. And she talked about noticing certain traits in her that pointed out to the fact that she could do well in business, right? So the next talk is going to address some of these issues. We will be having a session on personality profiling and personal effectiveness. You may know a lot of information, you must have heard a lot of information, but have you wondered why it's so difficult for you to execute them? Even it's a global problem, execution is a global issue. So people know a lot of things, but to execute is very, very difficult. So this session will address some of it. I believe that you have so much value. So we have a guest speaker this evening. He was born on 12th December in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. He is the law graduate of the River State University, Port Harcourt, and was taught in Nigeria bar in 2002. He is a legal practitioner, notary public, child rights advocate, and was a member of the disciplinary committee of the Port Harcourt branch of the Nigeria Bar Association. He was an English language and literature and English teacher in secondary school before he left to study law. He has been a teen and youth life coach since 1991. Can you imagine that? Yes, we can keep clapping for that, right? And the pioneer presenter of a radio program teen youth on Law 97.7 FM in Port Harcourt, called White Generation. I'm sure some of you know that program, right? So we have the coach right in this building. So while in secondary school, he was the chief speaker of his school, government comprehensive secondary school for Harcourt, the Basic Society, and won the prize for the best graduating student in English language during his first graduation. Now, here's the catch. Though he was a pure science student at that time, yet he won the prize for best student in English language. Now, as an undergraduate, he represented Rivers State in the tertiary category of the annual Children and Youth Day National Essay Competition in Abuja in 1997. In 1998, he won the second and third position respectively, in which the 30 states and the Federal Capital Territory Abuja participated. So you can imagine that. So, in addition, in his final year at university, that is in the year 2000, he made history by becoming the first law student of his alma mater to win the first prize in the annual Wole Olubon Multi-Sport competition, which held at the University of Lagos and featured the following universities. Ahmadu Bello University was part of that, University of Lagos, Akosali University, UNN Nsuka, Canadian University, University of Calabar, University of Jos, University of Ibadan. Moreover, on Wednesday, 17th, quite a detailed profile we have. Moreover, on Wednesday, 17th January 2001, he won the bronze medal of the total mass of the year 2000 of Radio River. He is also a two-time winner of the Tel Magazine Star Letter Prize Award. Furthermore, the major is a poet with several poems in credit, and also of two books and a commentator of national and international issues on various radio programs. He has been born again since 1989. He is married to Ugo, and they are blessed with two sons, Kennedy and Chelsea, and his daughter, Kimberly. He is also the president of the registered purpose-based non-governmental organization called Generation Next Ministry, which focuses especially on teens and youth. Moreover, he is an active member of the Nigerian Bar Association, Christian Lawyers Fellowship of Nigeria, and the Federal Road Safety Commission Special Marshals Unit. He has held several positions of leadership. His philosophy is realizing our dreams to be our focus, integrity our status, and excellence our motto. These hobbies include reading, traveling, watching movies, football, and listening to music. I'm sure you'll be wondering how does he have the time to do all of it. Please join me as we welcome this major as he talks to us about personality profiling and personal information. We can keep clapping when it comes. Thank you very much. Thank you, very appreciate it. It's actually a big honor for me to be here this evening. And thank you to the organizers for bringing me to Bonny Island for the very first time. Wow. All right. Please, I would appreciate you to the side. It's open already. Okay, this evening I'll actually begin with pictures and all that on the topic personality profile and personal effectiveness. Well, the first evening I was shying away from talking about praise and all. I'll tell you a story. I went to court one particular day, and I was addressing the judge of the High Court. Without planning it, I just said, "Praise the Lord." And the judge said, "Yes, thank you very much." I said, "No, not you, sir." He said, "No, I am the Lord of this court now." So I got shy away. And he's not even agreeing. But he was happy that I praised the Lord. I will interface what I will share this evening with Bible verses because that actually has been my bedrock of success in life. All right, should we just go on? So we'll be focusing on self-discovery, understanding your strengths and weaknesses, and also how to become productive. I was getting said that the first speaker was almost going to touch on most of the things I want to talk about. And that's why it's always good to be this. Better to start out so that without saying, like people say, they have said what I want to do. But let's move on now. So, your personality actually encompasses how you think, how you feel, and how you feel. I don't know how many of you have been recently. I took multi-choice reports at GSC. I got judgments against them. That was the second time I was making judgments. At the magistrate court, they lost. They appealed to the High Court, and they also lost. Now they have gone to the Court of Appeal, and I'm very happy because the money will be received because I know they will still lose. Now, when you have a bad case, like doctor telling you this one, there is no. Do we allow the patient to be in a vegetative state or allow the patient to go? That's exactly what's going to happen to them. Now, why did I bring up the multi-choice seats? The way I behave is that if you trample on my rights, I will fight for it. Because this country does not fight for us. You have to take initiative to fight for yourself. Now, multi-choice was with me. UBA, one of my banks, blocks my account. So I went to the bank. I'm trying to tell you how you think feel and behave makes. So I went to the branch and I said, I can't access my account. And the lady said, your account is okay. I said, no. When I put my ATM card inside, the machine is just dancing, and I've not experienced it before. Can I see your boss? Take me to her boss. And the lady opened the computer and she said, oh, you are the one we're looking for. And I'm like, did I launder money into the account? They said, no. You bought an electronics from Nessa supermarket. You paid 289,000 naira. But there is a problem with your payments. And I asked, what was the problem? Because this is the balance of my statement. They didn't tell. I told them, I'm giving you 24 hours to open that account. They refused. So I went back to the bank. I said, I'm still waiting for my account to be unfrozen. They refused. So you know what I started doing? I will go with that card to buy something. They will say decline, insufficient funds. I tell them, don't worry, need it. So I was going from shop to shop, job gathering, decline. You know why I was doing that? You can't go to court without that evidence that your transaction is being declined. Finally, I took it here to court, and one lawyer in my office said, if only UBA knows how you think, he and he will fix. And they did not. When the case started and their lawyer now came and saw the case, can we settle that? Now you're beginning to understand how I think, how I feel, and how I feel. Now, just for blocking my account, we settled that of court in less than 2 months. UBA has to pass with 400,000 naira. With your personality is who you are. Who you are, how you behave, how people perceive you. The lawyer looked at the papers and told me point blank from the one, he said, this is bad. I said, no, it's not true. Go and ask your bank what happened to that transaction. He came back and confided in me and said, they actually debited you twice. They were struggling to return the second debit, and that's why they blocked your account. That was why he was taking me, because he knows that in the case that comes to him, I was saving 3 million. So that 400,000 naira was just, let's leave this. So your personality tells the world who you are. My profile here, I was a pure citizen. It wasn't my name. When we were the first set that wrote what used to call junior YF in Rivers State. When we wrote it, what they did in my school was that the best students were taken to science classes. The next test were put in art class. And I wrote to the vice principal academics at that time, sir, I don't want to be in science. I want to be in art class. This Canadian looked at me and told me to get out. So that was how I struggled with physics, chemistry. Move on. Now, let's go to self-discovery. I said I'll read Bible. Am I permitted? As if you will not permit me. We are not in Afghanistan. So, John 8:25, Living Bible says, tell us who you are, they demanded. Reply, I am the one I've always claimed to be. People are asking, who are you? That's who are you carrying with you? What is your mission on earth? They asked Jesus, tell us who you are. And he said, I am the one
I have always claimed to be. What are you claiming to be? What have you discovered you are made for, that you occupy space on planet Earth? Remember, you were created with a purpose to fulfill on Earth. Never forget that. If there's anything you need to leave here with today, I was born to do something on Earth. And what is that? Purpose is what intends you to get up in the morning. That is what makes you to take your bath, get ready for class. It's your purpose. It's what pushes you. Purpose is the reason for which someone or something is created, and answer the question why we were born. In Exodus 9:16a, the New International Version, the Bible says, "But I have raised you up for this very purpose." The man who invented Zoom was not making money until COVID-19 struck. I am sure he would have been asking himself, what useless innovation was this? He didn't know he was preparing for the future. What is that thing you have lost away thinking is useless? That may be your purpose that will launch you into that life you want to live. Please move on. Now, this is an example of self-support. This is 25-year-old Nigeria's miracle Ifechukwu, who has made history. The black female pilot of a commercial airline in the United States of America. I thought somebody would celebrate. We are not a country of scammers and fraudsters. This girl has made history. I am not the one that said it. I will show you where this fact is coming from. Can I have the next slide, sir? In an interview with the Chicago Defender newspaper in July, just last year, she said, "I started working as an airport customer service rep before becoming a flight attendant." What does that say? She started small customer service. Then she moved to becoming a flight attendant. Now, to solve some of the problems that Mrs. Afolabi was saying, look at that story. It started with telling my parents, young man, this will answer your question. It started with telling my parents that I wanted to be a pilot. At first, my parents didn't support my dream. People will not always say yes to you. That doesn't mean you should drop that dream. And she continued. They didn't see it as a possibility. Her own parents were trying to kill her dream. Her father she said, my dad told me, if a black woman were flying a plane, he would get off the plane. Okay, to show the level of discouragement she had, then her own mother said, my mother was totally against it. My mom is a nurse and wanted me to follow in her footsteps. Now she said, being a nurse was not my passion. That's not what I want to do. And you know, the mother was telling her, in the US, if you are not sure of food, because nurses are highly successful, but pilots, nonsense is that. The girl said she remained resolute on her dream. Then it's not just the world that is celebrating her, because she remained firm. Her parents are also proud of her because she remained firm. So don't ever allow that first no drag you. Go on. Now it's like, okay, now we'll go to the next part. Understand your strength and weakness. I love this version of Philippians 4:13. It says, I can do all things which he has called me to do through him, who strengthens and empowers me to fulfill his purpose. I am self-sufficient in Christ's sufficiency. Now look at what I love so much. I am ready for anything and equal to anything. I just say that once to everybody. Anything and equal to anything. Say it one more. Let it sink in. I want to go. I am ready for challenge and equal. That tells you that you don't have any weakness. You are created to face every challenge and come out victorious. Through him who infuses me with inner strength. I tell secondary school students, you know why the things you learn in school are called subjects? Because they are subject to you. So if maths is your problem, you tell maths you are subject to me. You are not my master. English language, you are subject to me. I am equal, ready for anything and equal. So what is that thing that you are looking at and you're saying, oh no, I have weaknesses? It shouldn't be. The way to go is to reflect, solve, create, grow, and think. I love the quote on the other side. The one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your soul, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live only as you. Nobody has the fingerprints. You are wonderfully, carefully, uniquely made. There is none like you on planet Earth. None. No. No. So do something you want to do it with passion. Because the world is waiting. Let's go. Now, how do we become products? Ecclesiastes 11, the Message version says, don't sit there watching the wind. Don't be a spectator. Do your work. Don't stare at the cloud. Get on with your life. In a football game, the stars are not those watching, the stars are those doing the play. And the God that created you is waiting for you to start performing. Stop being a spectator. Stop sitting down and pretend that you can't do anything. It's the guy talking to you here. This. In primary school, if I tell you my worst subject, you'll be shocked. It was reading. I found it difficult to read. So when it's time for reading, I attended Sister Mother Primary School, just behind after primary school, where you have Christ. I will be monitoring everybody as they are reading and memorizing what they are reading. One day I punished myself. When you got to the word, thank you, you know how I said, thank you, you. And everybody laughed. And I said, thank you, you. To show you that I was just memorizing what they were reading, but at that point now, it has moved. I couldn't differentiate thank you and the you from the thank. What can I tell you? I went to a program to speak for 3 hours. I was paid 100,000. The same person that was saying thank you, you, spoke for 3 hours. I was paid 100,000. This was 4 years ago. Okay, you say wow. People are waiting to say wow for you. Now you must be willing to work in Nehemiah 4:16. So we built the wall, and the entire wall was joined together up from that to side. But the people had the mind. Your mind is important. Your mind said, you will not understand the beauty of what Nehemiah is saying. They were trying to fence Jerusalem. Enemies were coming, like we have bandits today. And they were holding weapons with one hand and using the fence with the other hand. At least I've been to Jerusalem. I know how big that city is. And for them to have fenced that wall up to half, walking with just one hand, it was a great feat for them. But they were able to accomplish it because they had in mind If you don't make up your mind, you can't eat. You would rather settle to cheat. If you don't make up your mind, you can't say no to temptation. Now, we want to distract from your goal, your purpose in life. Now, no occupation is inferior. If you look at that lady very well in that picture, she's a farmer. Now, look at her figure 8, but she looks like an ugly girl. But see her figure 8. I wanted to grow the picture so that you could see how beautiful she is. But she's a cattle rearer in Rwanda. And then the person who posted it is also a farmer in Rwanda. Look at what he said. Dear farmer, let's change the narrative. Agriculture, livestock farming is not a dirty job for uneducated people. Instead, it is a job for passionate people. And we youth are ready to break the bias. And the truth is, the next level of billionaires in Nigeria are going to be entrepreneurs. Those who are farming during COVID. What was the most sought out thing? Was it not food? Everybody was at home. The day they say lockdown is thieves, what are they telling you? Go and buy food. There are 3 things people will never lack in case you need an idea: shelter, education, and food. But in this scale, shelter comes first, food comes second. Well, you know, some people can be under the bridge and they still need food. So occupation is this. In fact, they have a conference in 2 days' time. Yesterday, I was trying to register to see whether they will allow online participation, but it kept buffering, and so I left the website. Number B, use your first Samuel 16, some people they can be confusion say, all right, so find me someone who plays well and bring him in. One of the servants said to Saul, one of Jesse's sons from Bethlehem is a talented harp player. Not only that, he's a brave warrior, a man of war, and has good judgment. He's also a fine-looking young man, and the Lord is with him. Let me tell you what was happening here. Saul was having those demonic spells. And they said the only thing that can solve this problem is music. And Saul said, okay, find me a good musician. And somebody said, I know someone. It was not in this meeting. Somebody referred him because he has seen David play before. Until you use your talent, nobody can recommend you. Don't hide your talent. David was in the bush, but somebody was before the king saying, I know a good player. He's the son of Jesse. Let people hear you talk. Let them see you cook. Let them hear you. Let them hear you sing. Let them see you do that thing with your hand. That is what will cause them to refer you when you are needed in a particular environment. David was in the bush, but he had been using his talents. Some of you are saying, I don't have a godfather. Your talent is your godfather, but you are ignoring it. Next, be a solution provider. Matthew 14, 15, 16. Bible says in the International Version, as evening approached, the disciples came to him and said, this is a remote place. That is, nothing works. It's remote. And it's already getting late. Then the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food. Jesus replied, you do not need to go away. You give them something to eat. He said, solve the problem. Don't go to where a solution already exists. Create a solution. Do it. And then, let's see some examples. You see that picture there? The car in that picture has not been manufactured yet. It is just a design of a future-born car designed by a student. And Lexus has already bought the concept. And they have paid the young man millions of dollars already for a car they are yet to manufacture just by buying the design. Am I making somebody get crazy? Did he make This is Dr. Gladys Ware, who helped to develop the GPS, Global Positioning System. She is responsible for the mathematics used in GPS technology. So the next time you use a navigation device like Google Maps, you need to say thank you, Dr. Gladys, because she is responsible for your ability to use Google Maps and other navigation. Am I talking to somebody this week? Meet Nelson Emeka from Oka in Anambra State, Nigeria. He is the inventor of a generator that is fueled by water. I have been thinking about getting a generator that uses water. And this 22-year-old Nigerian boy with no university qualification used this water-powered generator from the scratch. With fresh materials we got from God. Can we celebrate? This is 22-year-old. No, go back. I don't want to come up here. Okay. This is 22-year-old Bill Jesus, a British citizen who is paying her way through college by naming over 677,000 Chinese babies, making hundreds of thousands of dollars in the process. He just giving babies names on China. Now go on. She is the founder and CEO of Special Name, a website designed to provide Chinese parents with culturally appropriate English names for their babies. Jesus was inspired to start the business in 2015 when she was just 15 years old. 6 months later, she had made more than $60,000, naming 200,000 babies. Since then, she has named a total of 677,900 and counting, and made up estimated revenues of over $400,000, which is 200 million naira at 500 naira to dollar. Today, dollar was selling at 705. So if you calculate it at today's rate of the dollar, that amount of money is more than that. And somebody is saying, it's so idea. That time you use on WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, you can pick up something. 15 years old. Now, how did she start? Let's say her. But the whole thing was the result of a chance encounter the young entrepreneur to CNBC make it. At the time, Jesse was traveling with her father in China when one of his business associates, Mrs. Wang, asked for help in naming her 3-year-old daughter. And after careful thought, Jesse suggested a leader. And she said, I was honored and surprised. It seems like a really important thing to do. To scale up her idea, Jesse decided to launch a Chinese language website that would replicate her selection process for numerous people simultaneously. So on returning to the UK to start her A-levels, Jesse borrowed. You see, our attitude about borrowing. This time she didn't go to the bank. She borrowed $1,500, pounds, around $1,980 from her father, and hired a freelance web developer to build the website. So how much did she start her business? $1,500, which is $1,980. Meanwhile, she in her spare time, not doing Facebook, not doing Instagram, had to work filling his database with more than 4,000 boys and girls' names. Just to give children names. They can do that job very well. But the girl has told them. She saw the opportunity. She said it was a chance encounter. It was on a journey with her father, a trip. And today she is raking in millions of naira. Come on. Number 3, excel in your academics. The verb excel leads to the exceptionally good art of proficient in an activity or subject. Now, proficient means competent or skilled in doing or using something like, I can say you're proficient in Microsoft, coding, in cooking and all that. Now, let's see this girl this is Faith, 15-year-old Nigerian student who beats China, US, UK, and others in a global maths competition. I thought somebody would celebrate. 15 years old. Now, that is not the end of her story. She had just gotten a $258,000 scholarship to study in Massachusetts Institute of Technology. $288,000 from one of the best schools in the US. Calculate that money. I need somebody to send the figure in naira. 705 times 288,000 is how much in naira? How much in naira? So that you know the volume of what she got by just solving maths. How much? What? It should be more than that. Is it million or? No, it should be more than. When $60 is 200 million, I mean $400. Okay, yes, it should be. Yes, you're correct. Yes. So you can imagine. All she did was what? Go to a math competition. And you see the story from up to the world because at secondary school is not that. And these are the things that make the white people to be quiet when they want to call us for science. Because they see our young scientists shining and shining. And you are not so glad that we shine and shine brightly. Another example of excellence. This girl says her first story. This story was reported in the Sun newspaper, 18th January 2023. On Tuesday, January 18, 2022, 21-year-old Elisa Peson was the star attraction at the second convocation of the University of Lagos for the 2019-2021 session. This is because she met the overall best graduating student with a cumulative grade point average CGPA of 4.95, beating 7,799 others. Now, what was her story? I am a lover of God. That's what she told the history. First, I am a lover of God. And he finds expression in all that I do. Apart from reading, look at the next thing she said. I love to sing. I am a chorister in Soul Harvesters Ministry, the church my family attends in Delta State. And in the youth church, which I attended while I was an undergraduate at Union. The factors responsible for my attending first class are first, and math reading. And she defines what math reading. But you could see her prayer, God. But those of us that say, no, I don't want to learn this God. The girl's father was already late when she was in the university. Yet it did not stop her from teaching first class. Look at the number of people she said, all this, don't Google it, Google her name, you will see. She told a national newspaper, God gave me this. Reading added to it. God was there, but I had to do my own work. I wasn't just going, thinking, praying, fasting, and that book will take care of itself. No. You have to also work. You have to be productive in academics. Let's see. Finally. In Daniel 1:17-20, the contemporary version says, God made. It's God that makes. Jesus says, follow me and I will do what? Make you. Make you. God made the 4 young men. What did he make them into? Man and woman. They read. Now, after God has made them smart and wise, they didn't go to sleep. They did what? They read a lot of books and became what? Educated. God loves your effort, makes you well educated. Daniel could also tell the meaning of dreams and vision. At the end of the 3 year period, that is the 3 years full time they had set by King Nebuchadnezzar, his chief palace official brought all the young men to him. The king interviewed them and discovered that none of the others were out. As Daniel, Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, so they were given positions in the royal court. They started working with the president. From then on, whenever the king asked for advice, he found their wisdom that God made in their life was second and that of any of his other advisors and magicians. When people stand, may you stand out. And when they stand out, may you be outstanding. Is that what happened? The Bible says that they became outstanding. They became outstanding. And whatever you do. 3 years ago, they were to appoint judges in the university. 3 judges nominated. 3. In fact, one had to send somebody to my office. But she said she had been trying to call. I wasn't picking her call. So she sent the young man, and the young man went. He didn't see me, waited for 2 hours plus. And where I was, something was told me, call your office. So I called the office and said, somebody has been waiting for you. I'm about to be there. Yes, gave him the phone. He gave me my said, what's the problem? He said, Justice Susan said you should see her tomorrow. I got to the judge and told me, yes, my lord, I heard you want to see, but I've been calling you. Why are you not picking? I said, I'm so sorry. He said, okay. Give me, go and get it. She said, go and get yours. I said, I have it. She said, how did you know I needed it? I said, what else will you be calling me? So then I gave it to her, she sent it to the city. She said something. If you know anybody who is a politician, go and tell them to help you. Because now it's not by merits, it's by political connection. He said, I don't know anybody, but they pray. And I pray. And they did whatever they did. My name was on the finalists. Some days ago, a judge called me, I was sharing my plan. He said, they just sent me a list of people they want to appoint judges next. And I was sending to Susan, you might not see. So I checked the names of those people there, I checked their PDP registration numbers. I'm not a member of any party. Now what am I saying? In your food, people will even want to fight for you. People will fight for you. Just to come outside. You know, my pastor told me, just sit well, enjoy your witness. When the time comes, when Jesus was to be born, it doesn't matter what Herod tried to do. God, don't be discouraged. Oh, this lecturer has said I will have an extra year. Just sit with the right hand and allow God to play his own place. With that, and God bless you. Thank you. Can you just keep coming? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so is there a few questions as we round up the session? So can we take the question? We have questions? If I let you know by show of hands, any questions? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir. So coming down to how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. I had a lot of issues with you. And slowly I'm beginning to change. Now, I am the type that
I care what you say part time. I care how you react to me part time. And I care what goes around me. So it has got a lot of issues. Some people be like, you're a guy, this shouldn't get to you, this shouldn't affect you. But I grew up with a mom that she's in the kitchen and something hurts her and we are in the room and nobody sees anything. She will talk to us like a week. So I grew up around showing care and sense of attention. Now, in the field of praying and standing out, what should be the advice to me, considering what people will say at times, what people will feel, and how to treat people? Excited about how you think, how you feel. Yes. So I'm breaking it down to me always reacting to what people say per time and sometimes pursuing some certain things. Now, pertaining what you said about the good behavior, if someone should actually follow it up, some people will even call it being wicked and all that. So what should really be done concerning what people say about it?
Even Jesus said, woe unto you if everybody says you are good. As long as you are alive, people always talk about you. But Solomon said something in the book of Ecclesiastes. He said, don't listen to what everybody says. If for one day the bird will be flying and you hear the bird asking you, there are some things people will say, you just ignore it. Pretend as if you didn't hear. It's when you react, it becomes an issue. I'm telling you. So don't shy away from doing the right thing because of what people will do. That's my stance on it. I know there are a lot of things I have done before as a lawyer. Like I remember when we had some law students in my office on attachment. And we had to send off for them. We went to the promise at Agro to buy fried rice. When we got to the office, we discovered that with fish after and chicken, we discovered that some of the chicken and fish were bad. I told my senior colleague in the office, I said, let's write to these people. We can't just let our money go like that. They are no, this is Nigeria, just forget it. They've eaten as anybody complain. I didn't talk to him. I told the secretary to type the letter. I took the letter down myself. Guess what? This person that said, no, don't worry. You know the next day, they cooked the same exact food we bought and gave it to us free. And he carried more packs. The same person that was telling me, don't worry. When Mr. Biggs was functioning, remember one of those guys, I was going to the office very early. I stopped by that day at this way road, the first branch they had in the I went there to buy rice, and I got to the office. I was thinking, I saw that the rice was actually served. This was before 8 o'clock in the morning. I was thinking, this food. But I finished eating it. But I wasn't happy. Then I looked at the bag. I saw a phone number there. So I called the number. I said, yeah, this is Lagos office of Mr. Big. What's the problem? He said, I bought rice from your Agri Road office. And the food is not good. It's sad. And the person talking to you is a lawyer. People should do something. That's how I ended the class. Do something about it. I'd left the office. They had sent somebody with another pack of food and paid big cake to my office. So the lady got there, her name is Adeinka, and she was asking everybody. They said, no. When they asked and nobody said, they said, this must be the handwork of nature. Just wait. One more person is coming. So by the time I was climbing up the stairs, that must be me. So they said, did you go to me? So I said, yes, okay, they sent somebody to you. I said, who? I said, oh, come and sit down. How can I help you? He said, we're very sorry, sir, blah, blah, blah. My manager asked me to give you this prize and this cake. And he said, if you're free, you try and meet him in the office. No problem. That same day I went to his office. He said, I will take you out for lunch, but not inside our restaurant. I will take you to where I used to. That's what became friends. Now, if I had left that issue like that, would I have had that extra rice, chicken, and cake? Am I talking to someone? Don't listen to what people say. As long as what you're doing is what? Any other question? Okay, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, I said that the manager of the office said that it will take you to another place to eat. So I want to ask, what impression is that man actually giving? He's going to eat from his own restaurant. What did he tell him the world? Yeah, I asked him that question and said, no, we always succeed this food, so we are used to it. And I'm sure you also actually I'm used to it. He took me where we ate correct native soup with enough pounded yam, so that was why we didn't want to eat there, because they don't prepare that type of food there. Not that he was trying to kill their business. All right, any other question? Okay. All right, please, could you walk out? Sorry, could you just, if you don't mind. And the other person too, can you join her? I think I'll take this two and then that will be it for today.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. So my question is, how can we be courageous? Because in all you have said, it takes a courageous man to accomplish something. So how can we? Everyone. According to what you said earlier, you said to pass the view what is right. You don't listen to what someone is saying, to what people are saying. Now, for instance, what if in my right of sense, I think what I'm doing is right, and then people are saying what I'm doing is not right. How do I handle it?
Now, criticism can be constructive and destructive. Now, destructive criticism is the one that tries to shut you out and tries to make a nonsense of what you're trying to say or do. But constructive criticism is the one that tells you what you're trying to do is right, but do you think this is the best approach? So, in handling criticism, my approach actually is that I don't condemn or weigh them on. What I do is that I seek them. I try to find out which is truly coming out of genuine concern and which is coming out of either malice or envy. That is number one. Number two, when I said that you're doing what is right and people are trying to talk you out of it, I was actually saying, for instance, the two instances I gave, I was fighting for my right, which is right. But let's take a very critical example. If you want to get into oil pumping, you feel it's right, and people are telling you it's not right. It's actually illegal. It's oil theft. That's the real thing for you. And you go ahead with all the information you've been given. That's constructive criticism. Facts showing you that what you're about to do is wrong. Or you want to join a cult group and you confided in someone and the person tells you, this group you want to join. Yes, they are friends of like mind, but the end result is not palatable. At that point, the person is actually telling the truth. Because yes, for you, you feel it will give you more leverage, to make you a strong person on campus and all that. I was in school and I saw guys being lynched to death, hot, with matches, with their blood flowing, abandoned. And they tell you this is the kind of end you may have. Do you really want to risk that kind of association? At that point, you've been told point blank, what you're about to do is not really the right thing. The right thing is what, when you place it on the moral measuring scale, it's rising above every other thing. So I don't know if I've been able to answer that question. Now, how can you discourage this? Simple. By being careless and being wise. Jesus said the words. How many of you know that statement? Fearless as a dove. Courage simply means you face your fear. The very first day I talked in public when I was still in secondary school, my whole body was vibrating. That was my audition. And to everyone who has stage fright, goes through that audition. Either your lips are shaking or your tenses, you used to speak very well, that day your tenses will just go crazy. Instead of saying, I didn't do it, you say, I didn't do this, you just be putting all kinds of, it's fear, your courage is there. Now, for instance, I believe some of you are already planning to propose to the lady you want to get married. That is one part of life that is not easy for any guy. I'm telling you. But it's something you have to do. Because the truth is, you may think the lady is going to say yes. And with all your goodness, how far now? Will you marry me? The way the no will come, your blood pressure will rise. So you have to really plan ahead of it. Yeah. Like when I decided to take multi-choice reports, I knew what I was going to face. When the case was in the High Court, a senior advocate appeared on multi-choice. And it didn't move me one piece. And I know that now they have gone to the Court of Appeal, they will appear more. You know what I say myself when I say senior advocate? I say we are all lawyers first and foremost. Senior advocate is just this privileged title, which is true. To be a senior advocate in Nigeria now has been highly monitored. You have to pay 600,000 naira upfront. Official 600,000 upfront. I know someone who wants to be an essay because you have to gather a number of cases at the High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court. He already has the number in the High Court, he has the number in the Court of Appeal, and he doesn't have the number in the Supreme Court. So you know what they do? Let me just tell you that some of these things come to the court. He told me that I have wanted to give them money to give me days. They now pay for days. They're not paying to see the judges. They are paying for them to fix your case, to fix it so that you can argue it and judgment to be delivered. And I asked him, excuse me, sir, how much have you spent to get this thing? As I'm talking to you now, spent 1 month to get things. And he told me I was complaining to another lawyer, and the lawyer told me I've already paid 2.5 to get things. Just to make up the number of cases so that it can be considered. And I asked him, have you gotten the date? He said, yes, but it's in 2024. So which means they still have to wait till 2020. So courage is overlooking your fear and facing it head on. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you so very much. Yes, keep clapping, keep clapping. If I get speaker, take a seat. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so very much, sir, for that wonderful session. I'm sure we all got value for our time this evening. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, so as we round up, we just want to do a little game. I have some vouchers here. So just get your phone ready. The fastest thing out will get this voucher. So I have two MTN vouchers, one Airtel, and one 9mobile. Are you ready? Ready? So I start with MTN. What did you say? Okay, I'm saying right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go. 49699024349027 Let me know if you get it. We have a winner. Nothing. Awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. So we go for the next one here. Are you ready? Ready? MTN. Okay. 3005517171. That's another 71. You get that? 4779658. Let me know if you get it. Yes. Do we have a winner? Let me know. Okay. You got it? Congratulations. Congratulations. So we go for Airtel now. Are you ready? Airtel subscribers, are you there? Okay. 5248-747. Sorry, let me start again. 5248-7445-4120-3990. Yes. Congratulations. So we go for 9mobile. 9mobile. Do we have 9mobile subscribers here? Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Nine mobile. So I start now. Ready? 36149 919 86592. Let me know if you got it. Processing. Do we have a winner? No 9mobile subscriber. I should call it again. Are you the only one? Are you the only subscriber here? Is there anyone using 9mobile? Okay, so let me call it again. I guess there are very few subscribers here. So 36149 919 86592. You got it? Congratulations. Congratulations. So, thank you so much for your time this evening. Sorry, we don't have load. Apologies. Maybe for 3.0 we'll have load, okay? Sorry. All right. So, we want to have someone talk to us about what we expect next. So we look at 2.0 and want to know what it will be like after this event. So join me as we welcome John to talk to us about what next. Context seminar. Can you just put your hands together and come up? All right, we're about rounding up. Just a few minutes and we'll be done, okay? Wow, many of us have benefited from this program today. I'm getting some reactions in the house. Again, 1.0 was awesome, right? What do you say about 2.0? Oh, yeah. Yeah, when we were starting, it was like, okay, well, how would this thing be? But we're so grateful that you turned up. We're so grateful to our speakers who have not just sit to the topics today. Thank you, Mr. Falalu. And thank you so much. Let's appreciate them. They have got no hope. They've don't just to this topic. I'm sure that you already get an idea, right? And you have pen something down. So with all the lessons that you have learned today, one question I want to ask you is, what will you do with it? What will you do with it? What will you do with what you heard to say? Your personality profiling, have you been able to identify who you are truly? What can you do? So it's a rhetorical question. It's something for you to go and think about. You really think about what you have learned today. But I want to say also that this organization believes that your education is paramount. There was something that Mr. Koladi said. He said, if you are an educated pepper grinder, you will grind it in a different way. You will package it in a different way. And Barrister Gibbs put out a picture of an obviously educated lady who was very catchy. I don't know, I will not say that it's the person that made her educated, but of course, you will know she's not like the regular headsmen you are seeing. So that tells you that education is number one. But we yes, we believe that both your skills, both academics, everything you have should be a total package of who you are. So we're going to as much as possible to put in the best and get the best out of your education. Very important. If you need counseling, please seek for counseling. I'm sure the school has the guidance and counseling. I don't know whether that happens in the university, but I know that before you get into the university, yes, but there should be a counseling session. If you are someone that is around Lima, we have a library, we have a counselor that comes also. So you need someone to talk to. And there are people here, you can talk to them, you can take numbers. You are looking for someone to advise whether you are, what you can do, maybe just share ideas with somebody. There was a lady that came to my church to just come and talk about skill. And at the end, one young lady walked up to her and was like, please, I've been having these ideas, and by the time they bounce ideas together, she saw she could do something with what she had. But if she was never in that meeting, and if she never asked, maybe she would never have known whether there was anything, whether these her ideas should amount to anything. So please don't be afraid or shy away from asking questions or seeking counsel. Bible says that in the multitude of counselors there is safety.
In fact, when Barrister Gibbs, they just started talking about conflicts, that was the word that came to my heart when I was forming this afternoon. I don't think I have to give this just short speech before we round up, before we call on our leader to give the vote of thanks. And what applies in your power, you need to know who you are. And then you know what you're here for. Very important. Know the problem you're here to solve. Because if you know the problem you're here to solve, then you will live a satisfied life. You'll be motivated. And everything that has been spoken here, like I know Mrs. Afalabi is always wanting the solution carrier, let me put it like that. And you don't want to hear it cannot be done. There is always something you can do. And look at the testimony of Barrister. His action drives it. So what about you? What about you? What can we say about what your story? And everybody's story is unique. I don't even want to start with my own because that's another story for another day. So please, just to think about your life and think of what impact can I make? If there are counselors, seek for counsel. Would like to say it in church. So please, if you don't put down your name, try and do that. Down your name, your phone numbers. It will help us to contact you when need be. If you need to also reach out to this is our phone number is here 090-905-5276. Our administration is here, she will pick your call. And if there's anybody that you need to reach out to, she will let you know. So really, yes, it's all about supporting education, the all-round education of youth in our society, pointing them in the right direction. That's why we're here. All-round education, not just your academics. But academics is very important. That's why we're talking about entrepreneurship today. All right. So I want to say a very big thank you to the management for supporting us. In fact, please, can you put your hands together for this wonderful? The restaurant gave us approval. She would have been here, I'm sure. But for reasons beyond our control, beyond her control, she couldn't make it. But she gave us her blessing. And the team students affairs came here to be with us in this city. They've always been a great support. The PRO is here, Mr. Anthony is here, they have all been a great support. So we want to say a very big thank you from YESI, allowing 1.0 to happen and allowing 2.0 to happen. We know and hope, and we hope, but we know that 3.0 will happen. And it will be better. It will always get better because the path of the just is like a shining light. It shines brighter and brighter onto the perfect day. So until we see you manifest the best you can be, we don't want to stop you. That's the vision of YES. We want you to be the best that you can be. To feel purpose. Again, I want to say thank you. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you, Barrister Gibbs. You stepped out when we acknowledged you. Thank you very much. So I would like to hand over to you. I want to call our let's put our hands together for this gentleman. He's the chairman of our BOP of YES, the chairman of the BOP of YES, Mr. Mark Brown, to give us a closing remarks.
All right, thank you everyone. Thanks for coming. This is Donald and special gratitude. I will do the same. Not every institution will open their doors to foundation that is at all. When you open your doors to your So thank you, Mr. Grace, for the team of student address. Please extend our warm gratitude to the rest as well. Madam Gift, thank you. We do appreciate your support as well, and are ever available to granting. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let's put our hands together for the leadership. Also to extend our thanks to our speakers, Mrs. Japolovi, and also to Barrister Gift Major. Just to mention, Barrister Gift was my year one pastor when I was in school. And he later became my president of my student. So we've always been good relationship with my family. So thank you, Barrister Gift, for coming. So this event will not be a success without the students. So on behalf of the SC, we want to say thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for also being a good participant in this whole seminar. We are believing and trusting that the testimony we share today, when it will come for all that seminar, to give your testimony will be shared. That's our goal. Right? That's what we want to do. So all you have, internalize this information, the truth you receive today, and let this information and all you have today inspire you to want to be a better person. That's really our goal. That's what we go. So thanks everyone. I'm just thinking what we need to do before we close. I know we sang the national anthem. I think I want us to do it. We're going to sing the national anthem, and then we're going to close the national anthem. So let's all rise up on our feet, and let's do that one more time. All right. 1, 2, go. God bless you for coming. We'll see when next week.
Caleb, thank you.
All right, let's have some good photographs please before you leave. Don't leave now. I think we'll start with the speakers.